Hey everyone, this is Dante's Analysis and welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I'm actually going to be talking on a topic that's a very heavy oriented, and I'm pretty sure you guys heard about the death of George Floyd and how the nation is currently handling the whole situation. So I just wanted to come on here and just to give you my 2 cents on the whole situation and how I feel about it, because I feel like it'll be good for me as an African man to, African American young man to come on this platform and talk about like what's going on, because I feel like it'll be a huge disservice to my people if I don't say anything. So yeah, this is actually gonna be very like raw video. So yeah, so when I saw the video of George Floyd, or when I actually heard the news of George Floyd getting killed, and my reaction was like, again, another unarmed black man getting killed again. And when I saw the video being released of the way George Floyd went out, it just, and how the officer just had his neck, this whole knee on his neck. And I'll tell you one thing, when I saw the whole video in its entirety, it really made my blood boil. I was like, I really cannot believe like this officer just committed murder on, and he's like, he did it like when people are recording him, and he just, I feel like he got like a kick out of that. And it really made me mad is that other officer, Officer Tao, I don't even know what his name is, but that he really made me mad because he just sat there, not he just stood there and just did nothing, and people were telling him like, yo, like check out, like tell your guy to back off on the neck, because he's like, George Floyd's been repeating over and over, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, and no one's like responding, and no one's like reacting to the situation. In his mind, when it comes to, I don't know why, because when it comes to these police officers, they think that, oh, he's talking, so he must be breathing. No, even when you're talking, I'm not like taking in air. It's like, I don't understand like the mindset of some of these officers. It's really like, it's like you, like I feel like some of these police officers don't have any common sense whatsoever, and like the empathy, or like indeed, oh my god, I can't even speak today, the indecency to back off when something urgently is happening. And it's like, it's crazy because when this whole video like got released to the public, everyone was like, everyone's protesting right now, everyone's just giving the, people are like, a lot of people are tired of this, and me personally, I'm really tired of seeing an unarmed black man every like couple of months being killed for like some senseless actions, just because like some of these white supremacists don't like black people running to their neighborhood, and some of them think like, oh, they're acting suspicious because, oh, like, what are you doing in this neighborhood, and oh, like you could just simply just stand and just be sitting in a car, and the police will just come up here and be like, oh, what are you doing, man, you look suspicious. I'm like, really? Just because the dude is black and he's sitting in his car, or if he's like walking in his neighborhood, like an all white neighborhood, you think he's like acting suspicious or something? Like, come on. I don't understand some mindsets of some of these like, I I will say the emphasis on some white people. I don't get it, because it's like, this is definitely a behavior that's taught. No one can be born no one cannot be born racist. This is something that's taught from generations into generations in like their family system, and it's like, I really don't understand. It's like, it's crazy to think that racism still goes on in this world. And black people, we've been oppressed for 400 plus years of slavery and oppression, and it's like, when is this gonna end? And it's like I'm just like, I'm sorry guys, I'm just like a little baffled right now, because it's like when is this crap gonna stop? Because it's getting very tiring, and it's like, it's almost like you just don't know what to do. I mean, right now, like people now are like protesting and just speaking out and just voicing their concerns and like just telling police officers and just everyone who are in the force, even military people, like, hey, like we had enough. It's time for us to like stand together, unite, and just just get rid of this racism and just it's just crazy, man. It's just, and I'm really proud of people like coming together and having peaceful protests. Like I mean, right now what's going on is like the whole looting situation, and even with that, not all. Okay, how should I put this? Because I don't really want to like offend a lot of people, because most of these lootings that are happening, these are like mostly like undercover cops and like white people that come in from like different states to come into a protest in New York City or like Minneapolis or like I don't know, like some people I've heard like stuff of like rumors of like people coming from California and like all these different states coming to like Minneapolis or Washington or New York City for these protests to like start these lootings, and it's like really like why are you like wasting your time coming from this side of the world and just come here and just ruin the whole thing? That's not what George Floyd wanted, and I'm pretty sure what he wanted was to have like a peaceful protest, just voicing our concerns. Like, let's exchange dialogue between police officers. I mean, I know I've seen videos of like police officers just being aggressively violent to some protesters, and that's not cool at all. But I've definitely seen videos of like police officers like standing by with the protesters, walking with them, and how like having like dialogue between one another, and that's like healthy conversation that needs to happen in these communities. And it's like obviously you're gonna have like the good NYP police officers, and you're also gonna have the bad apples. That's just how life goes. You're gonna have the good and bad apples of like anything that you do. So it's like right now it's like right now like the world is going like crazy now. Now we're having like curfews now, and I'm just like it's just going crazy now. But I definitely like feel like when it comes to these peaceful protests, it's going into the right direction, and I really hope like there's some kind of change after this. Because to be honest with you, I really don't know how long these protests are gonna last. It might last for probably a little bit longer than the usual protests. Because I like how when it comes to these protests, it's not just like a week or two of protests, then we just go back to normal. Like now, like people are just continuously to protest and just voicing their concerns. Like, yo, like this racism stuff needs to stop. Like once and for all. And I do like that people are like pushing like people to like pushing people like higher up in the government and then, like the police force to like yo like chill out. And it's like it's good to see like a lot of people are coming together and just unifying in times like this, and I'm really proud of those people for standing up and using their voices to make what's right. And and coming to concluding my final thoughts, I pray that this stuff will not happen again, but I have a feeling in my spirit that this is not the first, and it definitely won't be the last that an unarmed black man will killed. I like to be honest with you, I will really be happy if after this whole George Floyd situation is over and done with, that we have like no more killings of unarmed black men and women. And if I'm just gonna be honest, I have a feeling it might happen again. Even though in deep down my spirit, I don't want it to happen again, but something just telling me something's gonna pop off again later down the line. And it's like, when is it's just almost like just ask yourself like, when is this gonna stop? And it's like is our voices even being heard? Because some people in the government don't, let's just be honest, some of them just don't really care about us. They just want us to like just destroy each other and just go against like all these different races and just headbutt each other. But it's like we have to come together and unify so that we could show the people in the higher ups in the system that, oh wow, like these people are like coming together. There's no hate amongst each other. We have to like finally listen to these people. And it's like we just have to like we just have to we just have to enforce change and just make sure that people like people in higher power listen to us. So again, that's my 2 cents of this whole situation. And again, R.I.P to George Floyd. Well, not just him, but also Breonna Taylor and also Ahmaud Arbery. Let's not forget about those other black men and black women that also been killed by police incidents. And yeah, to be honest, that's really all I have to share. And again, R.I.P to George Floyd. Like that man was just hearing the story on how he was moving from one place to another to start a new life, and how he was really on the right track, and how everyone spoke highly of him, and how strong his faith was. And just seeing him just being killed like that, it just really puts a sour taste in your mouth. And it's like, and it just gives you a thought like, man, like what is wrong with some of these people in the world, man? It's like, do people even have any like decency anymore? So again, yeah, so that's really all I have to say about this situation. And I hope you guys understand why I'm making this video. And thank you guys for watching this video throughout the end if you made it to this part. And RIP again to George Floyd.